Okay, guys, we're officially back. I know it's been a while. It's been crazy. It's been all over the place. But we're back, Look and Sip, where we read some books and take some sips. How have you been, Drea?
I'm good. Hey, how are you?
I know. I'm
Somebody
excited about this.
had a birthday.
I did.
How
I
did you
turned
feel
25.
for the whatever time?
I turned 25. That's all we're gonna say.
Come on, 25. It looks good
Yes,
on you.
I know, right? So what are you drinking? Are you drinking? That's the real question.
I guess the one. I had a
See,
date. They be trying to work me at work. I'm about to get my attitude together. So I got me some wine.
I have hidden vodka.
What does
I
that mean?
bought this and I just put vodka in it
Okay.
because I had a day too. Now, do you know what tarragon is? Is that a herb?
Yes.
Okay, because this is black cherry tarragon. I was like, tarragon sounds familiar.
Yes.
It's like, I'm pretty
Like
sure that's an herb.
rosemary. Yeah. Tarragon.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
Interesting. Better you
Yeah,
than you will drink anything.
not anything. Not tequila.
Well, listen, if it comes to alcohol, I will drink anything. If it comes to some weird concoction of soda, juice, other type of beverage,
We'll
you.
drink that. I gotta know. Okay, we're at the end, 29 through 38, and then we're gonna go into our book for May. We're gonna do this all together.
All right.
All right. I like the key points, so we're gonna focus on that. So in chapter 29, Olive asked if Iris could be her go to her Mother's Day breakfast, which didn't say anything. She just looked at her. So Archer saved her by saying, "You know what? I'll go. Who needs a mom? Dad'll go, and Grandma." So yeah, we're just gonna do that. Bex tells Iris, "You know what you want. You need to stop being chicken," which is true. And Olive can tell something is not right with Archer and Iris, which is not. Okay. Chapter 30, Archer admits to his dad that he's in love with Iris. Archer and Iris agree to have like a date and talk about this. What's the word that y'all use? Situationship.
Yes, the situationship. I have
They
lots.
decide to talk about the situationship.
I have lots to say about this.
Oh boy. And then Iris realized, you know what? Maybe I could be with Archer and Olive. I could do this.
Okay, so I want to know, how did you feel when Archie told his dad? Let's refresh everybody because it has been a while.
It
Archie's
has.
dad told him she's the hired help. Get yourself together. You
Yes.
not mess with the hired help. And now he tells his dad, I messed up. I'm in love. How did you feel?
Well, we already knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. You like the fact that he told his dad, and I'm sure in a way his dad was probably like, "Yeah, this is gonna go great," but he was like, well, "That's cool. Did you tell her?" And he's like, "Well, I can't tell
Dad
her
never
because
knew.
she's gonna do this and this." No, you don't know what she's gonna do. Did you tell her? You telling me this? You hadn't told her anything.
Run it by, the people whose opinion matters first.
So
Um,
I appreciate that because a lot of people, well, I mean, they're just gonna do. How do you know, sir?
yeah, how
You
do you know?
don't.
The other thing was I saw this clip today where this lady was like, she ran across somebody's Facebook post or whatever, and she said a situationship is an example where two people know you don't value yourself. So I think
Interesting.
this is a good point for everybody here. Um, Bex told Iris, say something. Daddy told Archer, say
Say
something.
something.
And the two of them playing games. One of them, both of them should have said something, but at least one of them got to get up. What's the worst that can happen?
The world could explode.
It could, and then it won't matter anyway because you'll be
I
dead.
watched a show where that happened. She's like, just ask her, what's the worst that could happen? And in her mind, everybody heard, the whole world laughs at her, and then it explodes. I'm like, that is,
Quite an imagination.
yes, the odds of that. But okay, I hear you. The whole world's gonna laugh at you.
They're all
All
gonna
right.
laugh at you.
So Iris and Archer go on their mini date and they actually talk about her family and his family and kind of get to know each other. They say they would give this whole dating thing a try, but still not tell Olive. But we're gonna try. Now, I don't have a kid, so I'm gonna have to ask you, do you agree with not telling Olive?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's
Cool.
weird for them to be living together and doing this. But
Yeah.
I do think that as having seen the drama of bringing somebody in your kid's life and then they disappear, and then bringing somebody else into their life and they disappear, and then bringing somebody else into their life and they disappear. Stop doing it. Figure
Okay,
out
so
what
what is
you
the
want.
what is the appropriate time to tell them then?
Now that I do think is kind of a rough subject, and I have a very conservative view on that. So, I think a long time. I think if this person is your person, you're serious. We're gonna get married. This is not
Right.
your parents. This is not your best friend. This is not your sister, where you value their opinion and you want them to say you're wasting your time. This person is no good. How much opinion are you going to put on your children? The age matters. If they're young, like I have a young one. So for me, it would take a lot. This person
Hmm.
would be like, I want to get married. And I'm like, okay, if I'm going to consider getting married to you, then you need to meet my kiddo. Because I think that's a deal
But
breaker.
see, in my mind, I feel like the relationship has gone too far. Then, if y'all talking about marriage and he's yet to meet the kid, what if the kid's like, no, I don't like him.
Then, yeah, then I think that's the thing. But I can't, otherwise, why would I bring you into my life if I don't know where this is going?
This is also true.
I play a lot of games. I don't have
It's a
time.
tightrope. It's a
It is
tightrope when there's a
very,
kid involved.
it is
And
very
I will
complicated.
say the author did bring that up where she said this was a hard book for her because kids aren't sexy.
They're not.
I was like, they're not sexy.
They're
They're not.
gross and sticky.
They're gross and sticky. Ooh, I think my slideshow froze. So let's see if we can fix it.
Can you see it on your end to keep reading?
I can.
Okay.
We're live again. Okay. Archer wooed Iris, as she said, with several dates as they got to know each other. Archer and Iris both confessed their love for each other. Um, After a week of dating, they were like, "Hey, we've dated for a week. We should probably have sex again."
Oh, we
And we discovered that Archer has an olive tattooed on his butt.
awesome. Imagine that kid's horror when she's 35 and she has to help her dad get out of the bathtub for his old age. And she goes, "What's that on your butt?" He goes, "It's my olive." Not cute, pops.
And see, my favorite thing was Iris going, "Huh? So your wife, your girlfriend, whatever she was, named y'all's daughter after the tattoo on your butt. Thank goodness that it wasn't a knife there. Although
Right.
I have to, knife is kind of a cool name.
I think it's cool, a cool name.
That's kind of a
Yeah.
cool name. It's one of those names that you would never name your child that. But it was like if I heard someone they're like, yeah, my name's Knives, I'd be like, oh, wouldn't do it.
It'd be neat.
But that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
All right. I was woke up sick with vomiting. I wonder why. Raw dogging all over the place because birth control works so well. Anyways, Archer and Olive and Iris went to the Strawberry Festival. You know, this town loves its festivals. Iris is still going back and forth on whether she can be a mom or not. Now, this part bothered me because she's basing it on little things that happen, like, oh, I don't have quarters in my purse. I'm going to be a horrible mom. Or, hey, I took her to the rabbits and she loved it. I'm going to be a great mom. It can't go like that.
I will tell you that it is exactly like
Are
that.
you kidding me?
No, it is exactly like that. Like when you become a mother, everything you stay up late at night thinking about how you failed, how you didn't do this, or how you wish you had said that, or what if this comes about, and then what happens tomorrow if that. Like you spend an exorbitant amount of time and energy thinking how you have failed. And quarters is a great example. I cannot tell you how many times we passed by one of those stupid machines with Skittles, Ike and Mike's, or whatever those stupid things are, or bubble gum. And he's like, "Can I get a quarter?" And I'm like,
There's change.
Like it is, and it will buy. I will stay up late and I think about how I gotta remember to go find some quarters.
Really?
Yes, yes, it is
At
like
least they
that.
get a bag of quarters for Christmas. Like, stop bothering your mom. Here's your bag of coins. You better remember them when you go out. Put four in your pocket every time you go out.
Yeah, it
My
is like that.
gosh. Okay, well that's good to know because I was like, who's this crazy? Moms are this crazy. I'm
Moms are
sorry, moms. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. Don't do that to yourselves.
until your kid looks at you and said, "You're fired. You're a terrible mother." I wish my dad was here. That's when,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, that's what we get. That is what we get. In the meantime, I've saved you from not being hit by cars, buses, trucks, planes, poisoned,
Kidnapped,
kidnapped, all those things. I'm the superhero, but you're
but
dad.
but but I'm fired.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even know that man, but he's the winner. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, mom's got it rough. Shout out to the moms. Happy Mother's Day. It's coming up. It's next Sat. Happy
Happy
Mother's Day. We can
Yes,
do a special shout out for the moms.
that's it.
All right, chapter 34. Iris lost all of that at a festival
Of course
when
you
she
did.
took her eyes off of her for half a second and she vanished.
Poof.
The amount of panic I felt when I read that because it's a festival. Iris realized she's pregnant. Shocker. Iris left the house because she feels as though she will not be a good mother after she lost Olive. Have you ever lost your child somewhere?
Yes.
Where?
I told you that story at Walmart.
You told a story where he ran away during COVID.
Oh, I didn't tell the Walmart story.
No, you did not tell a Walmart story.
Okay, so you know when you go to the pharmacy area, they've got benches.
Yeah.
So dragging him around, tried to put him in the basket. He didn't want to go in the basket. So I'm not gonna fight with you. I need to get it was some kind of vitamins I'm looking for. And so he's like, I'm just gonna sit here. And right next is the short aisle. The short aisle, then they get to the long aisles. So I go down the short aisle. I go, like, you sit right here. I go down the short aisle. I look, no, Easton, he's gone. So you gotta be kidding. I'm looking up, I'm looking down, I'm looking everywhere. Easton is gone. I'm calling his name, no response. Who? Nothing. I'm walking around and everybody can see I'm looking for somebody. So they must know I'm looking for a kid. Cause I'm like, Ethan, oh sweetie pie, come on. Yeah. Oh, and then I get, Ethan, where are you? Oh my God, come back here. Hello, where are you? I'm screaming and hollering. And then I finally like, I'm gonna have to be that person. Meet your party at the customer service desk. I'm gonna have to be that person. So I go over to the customer service, sweat dripping off my head. I'm panicking because I'm thinking I'm gonna have to call that man and say, I've lost your son in Walmart. And then I will never hear the end of it. Although he's really not like that, but you feel like Erica's gonna know, Granby's gonna know, Granny's gonna know, everyone's gonna be told that I'm a terrible person, lost their child in Walmart. So as I'm waiting in this long line to say, hey, I lost my kid, I look up, here he comes holding this lady's hand. She's walking him and he's like, that's my mom right there. And the look of disapproval. The look of disapproval this lady gave me, like, you didn't have no business.
Was
I
it
didn't
really a look
buy
of
nothing.
disapproval,
I
or were you
grabbed him and
imagining
we
it?
walked out and I got in the car and cried. That's it. And every time, is this the Walmart where I got lost? Yeah. This is the one you took off in. You didn't get lost. You took off.
Explanation.
He
Like
wanted to go.
what?
He didn't want to sit there. He just didn't want to sit there. So yeah, yeah, this happened. We all got stories.
You got a ton of.
I live with a character. He's a
Yeah,
character.
oh my gosh.
Could have brought the
See,
whole box in here.
see, this is why I could never. This is why I could never. Because just Dylan. In case y'all don't know, I teach sixth graders, and they're some of the most emotional kids you will ever meet. I've never lost one, but one did get mad at me and decide to run out the classroom in the middle of class and lock himself in the bathroom and refuse to come out. Yeah, because I told him he could not text his mom in the classroom.
No, Erica.
Yes, I know. I'm a monster. I said you could go to the office and call her, but we can't take out our phone and text her. I'm gonna have to take your phone. Right now, I started crying. I was like, "Yep, I'm a monster." So, her friends come over and talk her through her choices of to keep or not to keep the baby.
Okay, for obvious reasons, people, we're just gonna say this and get it over with. The last time, our last video, we talked about how it is not safe to be out here loosey goosey, doing the
Yes,
honky tonk each and every way you can
yes,
without proper equipment.
yes.
And I know Miss Erica has an opinion about birth control, but I do want to point out that her friends made it known she's not responsible to take her birth control consistently. It is
This is
not
true.
100%, but it is
It's
90 something percent. And so I don't know whether she would have been pregnant or not, but the fact that we just gonna say you ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing, cool we are, and just go at it. Like the baby might be the best thing y'all got smoking because there's stuff out there you can't get rid of. Please get
and,
yourself.
and see, I don't even trust that night because this is the way I see it. Um, I am not when it comes to people who are like it's 99 or 98 or whatever. That 2% is going to be a super baby.
It could be,
It's going to be a super baby because it survived. You
could
all want
be,
the super baby? Super baby.
it could be. But Miss Iris, no, she didn't have no daggone business out here
No, no. And as we know, she loves to get down. I'm surprised she had a baby already.
already because this ain't the first time she went loosey goosey with the protection.
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not. All right. This was actually my favorite chapter. This is my favorite chapter. I was joined the book club discussion of the single dad trope. What do you think? Single dad trope, yay or nay?
I've only read one book that had it. Um, I'll reserve my comment on that.
Okay, because I was like, is single dad hot? Depends on the
Uh,
single dad. Depends on the single dad.
I don't think any single parent is hot. Let me just go ahead and put that out there.
You look pretty good.
You know, there are
So
us
you got
where
you got the butterfly earrings and the curls going. So
I had to go to work today. Otherwise, y'all know how I be looking. Hair over here, hair over there. Listen, it's rough in these streets. You see this mess behind me? There's a reason it's blurred. It's life. It's rough. Single is not what that is.
see, I just find a place in my room where you can't see the rest of everything else.
I got that kind of. I don't have my life together. That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's hard in these streets. Y'all know it.
See, we may have to do an etiquette book one day. We're gonna do an etiquette book. We're gonna try and get our lives together. That's for a
Okay.
different time.
I
Right
just
now, you'll see what our May book is. But we're getting through this. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Olive and Archie come into the bookstore. Now I'm not gonna lie. That book club crew, real G's for this one. Cause I would have been like, she's here.
yeah,
She's
you
right
would.
here.
Yeah, you would have.
She's behind here. No, they sat there. How are you doing? Have you talked to Iris? Why don't you call her, text her as if she's not hiding
Yeah.
behind your chair? I was like, really? No one's gonna say anything. No one's even gonna do a little. No,
They're her friends. That's the true friend. That's her friend. They're
no.
not his friend.
You abandon this man without a word. Okay, I'm at least gonna give him a hint.
No, no. That's her decision to make. Her foolish decision to make.
And then had the audacity while she's hiding to think, you know what? They're mine. I'm not gonna lie. That line bothered me a little bit.
It bothered me too. It irritated
You
me.
left without a word for what? What they say? 3 months? 6 months? You were
Right.
gone for a while.
Yes. And that's exactly the point. If they're yours, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Hiding.
Because if this was the other way around, he would be all kinds of raggedies.
But no, we get the oh, she's scared and she's pregnant. She do
Yeah. He'd have been all
mm-mm,
kinds of.
mm-mm. No, ma'am, Iris. Iris shows up at the house as if she didn't just leave without a word. And I'm not gonna lie, when she came in and Archer was like, "So what's up?" And she's like, "That's all you have to say."
Ain't nothing else to say. He better than me because I might not have even answered the
And
door.
he did. What am I supposed to say? Why'd you leave? Where you been? You haven't responded to any of my text messages. What are you doing here?
I know because when it said that he had been texting, I was like, I thought he was just like, I'm gonna respect her wishes. No, he was like probably pouring his heart out. Baby, baby, please, whatever I did, please. And
You
she
just
just said,
ignore him.
you hard no.
What else am I supposed to say? And then Archer, he's like, it broke my heart when she went. It shouldn't. It should not have. I would have went in. But that's
Yeah.
just me. I get it. It's a Hallmarky book, so we can't go in on like that. But the reality situation, I would have went in. You ain't just gonna leave, not respond to my text, and then come in here like, "Hey, I'm pregnant." Although, although I did hear somewhere that pregnant women are a select few of people who are allowed to be crazy. And she was pregnant at this time. Agree or disagree?
I think anything within there's a boundary for everything. And so
Okay.
I do not think that generalization, all pregnant women should get a pass. But I mean, I guess for me, it was an example of her not taking responsibilities for her own decisions and actions. We know how she got here. We read it. We saw y'all say, I don't need no protection.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are grown. He already got a baby. You know how they get here. So I can't, I don't know. I don't know. I think it was childish on her end. I don't agree with the decision to leave the way she left.
I don't
It was
either.
embarrassment. She felt bad for losing the baby. She felt guilty.
Yes.
I understand every single last piece of that. And if he'd have cussed her out, you're not watching my kid, I pay you to do whatever. I would have been like, okay, facts, like you do. My bad.
He said he got a little clipped, but still, I mean, he panicked too.
He panicked too, right? Because that's human nature. But if he'd have went off on her saying you lost my kid, then maybe I would have been like, okay, you're right. It's time for me to go. I'm done. Like this is too much. But
Yeah.
she just decided she was going to leave without having an adult conversation. You're an
And he
adult,
tried. She was in the room crying. He's like, just tell me what's wrong.
right?
And she
You're an
would not.
adult. You're an adult, and you have to own up to your own decisions. If you're crying
Yes,
because you made a mistake,
I
you gotta
understand
say
a lot of childish stuff in this
it is a
book.
lot of stuff. Yes, yes,
You about to take care of three children, Archer.
yep,
Get ready.
yep.
Get ready. So Iris asks Olive if she was okay with her moving back in. Of course, you gotta ask Olive. And if it's okay if she kisses her dad every so often. And just so you know, you're about to have a new baby brother. And she was like, I would love for you to move back in, but kissing is gross. But if you must, go for it. And then, can I name the baby? No,
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 and Pendergrass,
because after the names you gave your Sir Reginald Hoppington,
Hopkington. It was super cute,
I
but
loved
it's
it.
she grew. Iris taught her how to name things. She got that
She
from my.
did, and that baby probably would have ended up being named Knives.
All of you did awesome.
Okay, Archer renames the diner Strawberry Patch Pancake House, courtesy of his daughter, who apparently loves strawberries. Iris gets to meet Archer's parents, who already love her. I thought the little phone conference, her getting to know the grandparent was really cute.
Really
That
nice.
he read bedtime stories to her just to kind of get him to know, and it seems like she just adores Grandpa.
Yes.
Love it, love it. Archer admits that I was right, and the secret recipe was Bisquick, not Aunt Jemima.
Not Aunt Jemima. They a
I,
hater.
I thought it was gonna be Aunt Jemima. I forgot all about Bisquick. No one uses Bisquick. No one uses Bisquick. I'm not gonna say what I'm actually thinking about Bisquick. Uh, Iris goes into labor 2 weeks early because the baby always comes when you want it to. I should have been born on Cinco de Mayo. Mm.
Your
They
mama
decide to name the baby Owen instead of knives. Do a middle
Haters.
name,
I was with it. I was like, they gonna name this baby Knives. I like it.
and then some. Then I guess Iris has to get the tattoo above her butt. And
Yes.
see, I was thinking about what they said because he was like, "It's not on my butt; it's above my butt." I was like, "So it's a tramp stamp."
So it's a hip. The hip.
That's still dangerously close to a tramp stamp. Okay.
He is who he is. Raw dogging people left and right. I can't just go in on Iris and act like he didn't have his hand in this. You're just sticking your thing willy-nilly and all these people
And
all
you
across
got two women pregnant from it.
right, all across the world. You all in Paris. We don't know how many babies he left over there.
Mm,
As he like the both of them are for the streets.
because he did say that. He did say that.
They will
Yep.
party and then do the thing and go to work the
And
next day.
yep. Yep.
Both of them is for the streets.
Yep. Olive decides she wants to call Iris mom too, considering Owen is going to do the same. All right, what do we think of the book? This was too childish for me.
Yes, I will tell you, I have had time to kind of cool off because I was nervous because, as you know, this I did not want to read this book to begin with. I didn't particularly fall in love with the last book that she wrote. This
Hmm.
one for me was much more childish. And so I thought maybe I was being hard on her,
Hmm.
but now it's been a couple weeks since we
Yes.
and no,
No, like I didn't care for Iris. I didn't care for Iris.
I
I
didn't
I
at
kind of
first.
like Archer.
I didn't like him at first. I liked her at first and grew to not like her. I didn't like him at first. I grew to tolerate him. The only character that grew on me was Miss Olive.
Yes. Yes. Olive quirkiness saved the book. I give it a 3.
I gave it a two.
Okay. So solid 2.5. It sounds like between a
Yeah.
2 and 3, we got a solid 2.5. So, all right, guys, we spent a lot of time in the romance genre. We're going to do a romance subgenre, our May book read. Yes, it got dark in here. So, we're going to do our first dark romance. I had to look up exactly what the criteria for dark romance is because I was like, okay, is that just anything with vampires? But as Dre brought up, it could be a romance with vampires. It could still be a fluffy romance,
Yeah.
but just with vampires. So I looked it up. What is a dark romance? A dark romance is a subgenre of romance novels characterized by darker themes, mature content, and a morally gray character, often exploring taboo topics and high stakes situations. Is defined by the presence of elements like abuse, violence, trauma, non consensual relationships, alongside steamy and emotional scenes. So, this is what a dark romance is. So, Drea picked 5 dark romances. I picked some dark romances. We're going to go to our picker wheel and see see what kind of
You know
dark
what happened
romances
the
we come
last
up
time
with.
we landed on my book, so we're gonna enter with care. Hopefully it's no kind of demons growing thing.
See, we'll see. Okay, so here's our picker wheel. These are the books we picked. We have Leave Me Behind. I didn't get a chance to look up the author. We have Hitched. I don't know how to pronounce this. What is this?
Should that be an I?
I
If
think it's
so,
supposed to be an I. Maybe it's
Diavolo
supposed to be an I.
means devil. Diavolo, hot.
Okay,
So,
so that's supposed to be an I. I saw the book cover and it looked like an L.
okay.
Okay, so we have Hooked, Owned by Fate, Den of Vipers, Once Your Mind, and My Brutal Beast. All right. Are we ready to spin?
Come on, Will, pick my book.
Let's see. The wheel knows all. Here we go.
Give us a real crazy book. Diavolo.
Now I feel bad because Steve picking my book.
Steve, like, what's up?
And see, I did one less book than you, so yours would be picked. I did. I did one less book for one less book, so yours would be picked. Okay,
Even the wheel got
guys, look it up. Look it up.
It's not at the library.
No, it's not. It is not going to be at the library.
Oh God.
It is not going to be at the library.
Where did you find this book?
So I go on Pinterest and find books on Pinterest.
I can't find this author on Apple Books either. T.A. Fan.
Yes. Well, if we can't find the book, because like I said, I found the book on Pinterest. I did look it up. I did look up. Uh, Make sure you put DI and not DL.
Author. I guess you can find it on Amazon. Let's see. A mafia romance.
Yes, it's a mafia romance. If I remember correctly, this mafia prince gets his life saved by a surgeon and falls in love with her. And she is the surgeon of the mafia. She's the mafia doctor, essentially.
There will be hell to pay when an angel saves a devil's life. Dr. Elise Romero is used to dangerous house calls. Not long after she inherited her father's debts to all the wrong people, she's been the doctor on call for the mafia. One night, a handsome stranger is brought to her apartment, fatally wounded. He's already fading at death's door, but Elise can't let him die. Her new patient is revealed to be none other than Alessandro Vitali, a member of Cosa Nostra and the heir to his family's dark empire. If he dies, she dies too. Can the beautiful surgeon survive the night, or will she lose everything to the devil, including her heart? All right. Explicit
Oh, yeah.
content must be 18 to read, children. Get off this podcast.
18. 18. So that's our first dark romance. What's called the Viola? Did I say that right?
Diavolo.
Diavolo, which means devil. I think we picked a good dark one. Is that dark enough for you guys? Because we tried some other dark ones, didn't work out. We'll talk about that later. So stay tuned. Next, we'll post Sunday. We'll post it on Sunday. We'll go over how we're going to break down this book, a little bit more about the book and about the author, and some of the books me and Drea have been reading while we're going through our other books. Because phew, I've gotten really hooked on the Prime agency books. They're good.
I can't
They're
wait to hear
solid
about it.
books. They're solid books. Guys, like, follow, and subscribe. We will
Oh,
be back.
we
Yes,
need
like, follow.
stalkers.
Yes, guys, our dark romance. We need some stalkers going on.
That's
Guys,
it.
feel free to stalk. Because that's apparently what we're into now.
I mean, some of us have never changed.
We will see you guys next time with a dark red wine, hopefully.
I don't drink that.
See, you have to
I
have
can
a
put
dark
food
wine for
coloring in there
this.
though.
It needs to be darker. We need something that highlights the darkness of this book.
I'm gonna find the perfect drink for this.
I'm a
Okay.
fun. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Okay.
Guys, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.